Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and today is Sunday, which means hey, it's time for another mailbox clean out. And sorry, not doing the cam for this clean out, as been a little under the weather if you've been watching streams, so just not putting the cam up, unfortunately, because of that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys have had a good weekend and have had good clean outs yourselves. Through the week. As you see here, we are now on week 20, which means also it's time to pay for tokens again. As you see, I've actually updated the token cost already. Now it's up to 13, almost 14 million gold for a cost to play the game, which has brought it down from we were at like 6 million gold in profit last week to now we're at 3 million, almost 3.5 million. So yeah, at least we're still in the positive, and it's over 3 million in the positive, so that's good. And that means just anything we make this month will be just profit, and we won't have to worry about trying to keep out of the negative. Anyway, though, just to recap, we of course had an amazing week the week before. But it wasn't bad last week either. We still came away with 1.4 million gold. We've made a total of over 17 million gold since we've been back. Made 269,000 in transmog last week, which the week before, of course, was like 1 million on its own, or 1.8 million. 1.8 million, yeah. And then we had 857,000 in materials and 282,000 in toys and pets. I really feel like this week we're not going to be as high on materials this time, just with Obsidian was selling a little slower, and we've been getting a lot of gold from that. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to make up some gold in the other areas. I have actually recently found my 4 realms for the new team. I did go with 4 realms, so yeah, we will be getting to work on that hopefully this week, if not definitely the week after. I'm sure I'll be doing something with them this week. I just don't know if I'll be getting right out and farming with them, because there's still some setup with I still have to finish getting some bank alt set up, getting them their own, don't really need their own guild banks, I guess. I mean, I do that usually just to have some extra room, but I've really just been getting enough items to where we're posting enough, and then if we do have overage of certain items, unless it's like high value, I usually just vendor it if it's low value, and usually that's the ones that are really getting too many of one item most times. And then other than that, it's just getting the teams actually set up and ready to go. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this taken down and take a look at our bank alts today. Actually, gotta log this one back in. Been sitting here for too long. Let's get everybody to where they're not about to log out here. But anyway, let's we first got up our Proud Moor and Thorium Brotherhood, as we always do. It's high value transmog up first, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how well they did, or how well they didn't do. And here we go. We've got 34,350 gold. Not the greatest, but not the worst. We did sell a Kroll Blade here for almost 19,000 gold, so not too bad. We've got a ton of them, so definitely a decent amount of value for me anyway on that, especially with it being Proudmoore. Gloves of the Holy Might. I think I just got that last night, actually. Yeah, or the night before last, something like that. Yeah, really good that I already sold. Only about 7,600 for it, but still, pretty fast sell there. Wolver Harness sold really cheap here, unfortunately, only 276 gold. But yeah, not bad. 5 items, 34,000. Go ahead and put that on our sheet here. Let me get this put in up here. Right, and we'll clean that out. And then let's hop on over to low value transmog. That's right, can't use the keyboard right now. Here we go. And as far as low value transmog goes, we've got almost the same amount of value, 33,980, with 27 sales. A lot of low stuff here, unfortunately. We do have one for 7,000 here, the Glorious Sabatons, and then another Glorious Gauntlets for over 2. Schematic for the Ornate Corium Rifle. Definitely got that the other night on stream. 3,800 gold for that. Then the Bone Chewer Bands for 5,800. 5,000 for Troubled Steps. I'm not sure what Troubled Steps are, where they come from. But I'm thinking there's some sort of boots or something, just with the name. But yeah, alright. Not too bad seeing this low value transmog, just stuff, you know, on the verge of being, you know, vendored. So we'll basically take what we can get from it. Anyway, let's go ahead and clean that out. I've got it up on the sheet there. Now we'll hop on over to our materials, which of course doesn't get added into the realm total, but it does get added into our overall total. And not too bad. We do actually have over 100,000. Now this is not the group I usually do Obsidian with, so it's not bad. I've been doing mostly primals with the alliance groups, and I've kind of switched it up to primal life and then primal mana, and it actually does look like primal life finally sold, at least some of it. But we were sitting on it for a while. I didn't know if it was even going to sell. But anyway, 110,506 gold. That's another thing with the Primal Life farm. You get these unidentified plant parts. I mean, it's just a little bit of value, but hey, they do sell. Give you a little something extra. You know, 783 of them for 1,500, then 3,000 for 2,600. 251 for 527, so just a little something extra, kind of like golden pearls and like the other pearl, pearls that you sell. And then Primal Life, 115 of them for 12,000. Primal Fire, which we were doing before we switched out to the Primal Life farm, 206 of them for 52,000. Then Living Essence, which is, kind of like, doing the Primal Water farm and the Fire farm, like the, Primal Water, you get the Essence of Water, you get Life Essence with doing Primal Life. So with 94 of those for over 3,000. Some more small stacks of Primal Life, 28, 2,000. Primal Mana, which we were doing last time on stream, 23 of those for 2,300. Primal Life again, 19 for 1,400, and then Primal Life, 384 of them for almost 30,000 gold. So not bad, not bad. 110,506 gold. That might help make up a little bit for some of the lacking we were doing with the Obsidian, but then again, we had some decent material amounts on our other groups as well last week, so really need Toys and Pets to kind of step it up this week, even though they didn't do that bad last week. They actually had 282,000 Toys and Pets, so and a lot of that was like the Reigns of the Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpent, I believe, last week, and we really didn't have those this week. I really need to stock up like a whole guild bank vault of the Reigns of the Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpent because of how well it sells. But anyway, 44,000 for our Toys and Pets on Proudmoore. 4 sales. We sold a Dark Whelping, not bad value for a Dark Whelping, almost 11,000 gold. One of those WAD toys, the Crash and Thrash and Roller Controller, 3,000 gold. Sprite Darter Hatchling for over 28,000, and this is why last night we were actually farming for some of those at the Essence of Undeath farm, and because I've actually going to need to replace them now. And you guys will see why we've actually, this is not the only one we sold this week. Little spoiler there, sorry. Anyway, Filthy Pet sold for over 1,000, which is always good because we can get so many in such a little bit of time. But anyway, we'll put that up here. 44,000, 47 gold. Alright, now that Proudmoore is all done, we'll go ahead and log the pet bank alt out and log in Thorium Brotherhood and then go over Thorium Brotherhood. While that's loading in, just like we always do. Alright, and then let's switch to high value transmog for Thorium Brotherhood. Sorry if you hear that little noise, that's me switching the keyboard. And oh no, we got a 0. I think we had a 0 last week too. That's not good. 2 weeks in a row. Hopefully not a third. though. That seems like kind of like a like something that's, you know, constant with Thorium Brotherhoods. Like they go like 2 or 3 weeks with zeros, and then all of a sudden they have like a decent sale the very next week, and maybe even 2 weeks in a row afterwards. But we'll hopefully have something next week. Anyway, we'll go ahead and switch to the low value transmog, and hopefully they at least have something there. And they do. It's not a zero. It's not the best either, though. 6,770 gold. So we'll add that in up here. And let's see. They only had, actually, the Buccaneers vest was their best sell. It's kind of surprising. 47.50. Everything else just really, really low. But yeah, it's sometimes a struggle with Thorium Brotherhood. You know, low pop realms. Still haven't started switching them into the main group to get them more, you know, more items to actually post on the auction house. So some of that might be my fault as well. But yeah, it's still kind of hard with it being low pop. Anyway, their materials, which is just going to be similar to Proudmoore's, just because they're on the back end of that group. And we've got 16 cells, 38,359 gold. Primal Life, 30 of them for 3,500. Primal Life again, 20 for 2. Living Essence, 65 for over 2,000. Unidentified plant parts once again, 1,600 of them for 1,400. Primal Life, 81 of those for 8,500. Primal Life again, 29 for almost 2,500. And then we've got Primal Life, 115 of them for 8,900. And then Primal Mana, 62 of them for over 6,000 gold. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and put that in up here. See if they have any pet sales, and hopefully they do. It's gonna be, I mean, they only had 43,000 gold last week, so it wasn't like they really brought in too much anyway. But really would hate to see them under that this week, and they have nothing. We actually have some expireds, so they actually had 2 zeros, unfortunately. Both with toys and pets, and with high value transmog. I think last week what saved them was they actually had like 2 Rings of the Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpent sale, and that's the only reason why they even had 43,000. So like I said, I probably need to start stocking those up just so I have plenty of spares, and you know, if I can get the time to farm up enough to at least fill up like half of a Guild Bank Vault tab. But anyway, next up is going to be Thrall and Warm Rest Accord. You know, same as we always do, and then we'll end up doing Emerald Dream, and hopefully they can add a little bit more here, because really the only thing we had really good value in was materials on Proudmoore. So yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more to break that 1 million or get close to where we were last week. But anyway, we'll cut the video and we'll be right back on Thrall and Warm Rest Accord. Alright guys, here we are now back on our Thrall and Warm Rest Accord group and high value transmog to start it out. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how well we did or didn't do. And hey, we did better than Proudmoore at least. 45,724 gold, 6 cells. Let's see. Sold a Destiny Sword for 19,000. Not bad. Primordial Blood-Soaked Greaves for 5,000, which is from Dial of Thunder. Actually, probably need to get my Alliance group back out there. I think it's been a while since they've been out there. Maybe in my Warm Rest Accord group. And then we sold Schematic for the Lifelike Mechanical Toad for 8,000. And oh wow, really low here. 2 Glorious Lake plates for only 6,000 gold. Wow, extremely low for those Glorious Lakes. But you know, really, I've got so many Glorious Lakes. I don't even really care about it. I feel like they're not as valuable as they used to be. I see them still go up to like 100,000 in value sometimes. And you know, if usually I would hope for at least about 20,000 for Glorious Lakes nowadays. But still, whatever. I've got so many of them that doesn't even really faze me whatsoever. Mostly when I go out to Solithus, I'm aiming for like some of the epics now. Not really even worried about whether I get Glorious or not because I've got so many stocked up. Anyway, let's go ahead and put that on the list here. Let's switch the keyboard around. Actually, you know what? Let me turn that volume down so it's not so loud when we're switching over the keyboard. I had it kind of cranked up because me and my daughter were watching the Little Mermaid movie earlier, and she likes it a little loud. So, all right, good. Got that added in. So let's go ahead and clean that out, and let's switch on over to our low value transmog on Brawl. And wow, not too bad. 55,951 gold, 16 sales. Of course, nothing like they were 2 weeks ago, where they had like 300,000 in each, high value and low value, but still really good compared to the others, and still a nice amount, especially for low value transmog at almost 56,000 gold. Sold Beasel's Basher for almost 6,000. Brittle Flame Reaver Mask for 47.50. I believe that's from Isle of Thunder as well. Heroes Leggings for over 7,000. A ring, quartz ring for over 13,000 gold. So see, rings and trinkets, they do sell, and that's a decent amount right there too. Exalted Girdle for over 8,000. Hurricane, that's that epic bow for over 13,000 gold, so not bad for that either. Definitely will take that. Nice amount on that ring though. That's really surprising. Although I have actually sold one of the we sold one of the what's that trinket? I can't think of the Lifestone trinket. We sold it for like 30,000 one week. So yeah, that was really amazing. But anyway, we'll go ahead and clear that out. We've got it on the list now, so not bad. Thrall is killing it on the transmog this week so far. All right, there are materials, and I can't remember what I've done with them as far as materials go. That's right, we did some elementing bar mining. We did something else too, I thought. I know they were doing Essence of Undeath the other night, but it doesn't look like we sold any. 74,909 gold with 24 sales. We sold some Vaults of Earth for 1,500 of them for 14,000. Vaults of Earth again, 1,500 for 18,000. And I think these were just left over from the week before where we were doing some Vaults of Earth farming. As you don't see all the other volatiles, just the Vaults of Earth. Because that one does actually sell a little bit slower usually than the other volatiles do. Although that's the actual farm you're doing. But anyway, Elementing bars, sold 536 of those for over 30,000 gold. Not bad. Then Vaults of Water, 120 of them for 1,500. Ember Silk Cloth, probably still left over 1,500 for that. Pyron bars, 137 of those for over 35. And that's about it. That's it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and put that in there. 74,909. And let's take a look at our toys and pets as soon as we get that cleaned out. Hopefully we got some sales over there. Sorry if you guys hear me sniffle a little bit here. Like I said, we've been a little bit under the weather. That's why there's no cam. All right, we got 5 sales at 68,402 gold. We sold 3 Emerald Whelplings. It's nice to see some of those moving, as we actually still have a ton of those. 18,000 gold for each of them, so not bad. And then Sprite Dart Hatchlings actually really low. And you saw that we sold one earlier for like almost 30,000. These are only 7,000 gold. But hey, it's nice to get back out to that farm. I actually do really enjoy that farm. One, because you get Essence of Undeath, and you also have a chance for the Sprite Darters, even though we only got one each hour that we did that farm last time. And it was luckily enough we actually got it with the other group, not the main group, which was kind of shocking, but we did get 2 nice patterns when we were out there doing it on stream last night. But anyway, again, 68,402 gold. Could have been nicer if we got more value out of those Sprite Darter Hatchlings though. So that's kind of a bummer, but we'll still take it. Alright, let's go ahead and clean that out. And let's get to our, or get this one logged out, that's right. And switch over to Warm Rest Cord. And then we'll go over everything else. Alright, Warm Rest Cord. There we go. Lock that in and switch over to our high value transmog. Switch our keyboard back. Alright, and we've got 59,992 gold. Is that actually... That's actually higher than... it's the highest so far of the high value transmog. Maybe not transmog in general. We'll have to see what their low value brings in. But 59,992 gold, almost 60,000 gold. We sold 3 archaic defenders, one for 12,000, and then 2 for 9,500. War paint shoulders for 9,400, and then 2 first mate hats for 9,400. Basically 9,500 for those, which is really good too, because we've actually been doing the wild vine farm recently, and actually I think you can get all of that from there. And maybe we did. I'm not certain on all of that, but definitely the first mate hats. So yeah, really good. We'll definitely take that. Let's go ahead and put that on our sheet here. And of course, I mean, you definitely could be getting more for some of these items, of course, but you know, I've got so many transmog items, you know, stocked up that aren't moving. You know, I'm just happy to see this stuff move, so I'm good with it. As long as it's not like a skull flame shield selling for like 30k like we did one time a long time ago. Other than that, you know, I'm good with stuff, you know, selling pretty cheap sometimes, especially when it's like green items or just, you know, random blue items that we get all the time. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the low value transmog tune. See what they got. 17,000 gold, so not as well as Thrall on that, so that might be where Thrall kind of beats him on the transmog. 5 items sold. We have a J breastplate for over 9,000 gold, not bad. And ancestral woolies for 2,800, and then just some low items here for a little over 1,000 gold. But still better than a 0. And overall, definitely better than Thorium Brotherhood. Got that in. We'll clean that out. And then we'll look at their materials, which again, like I said, we were farming wild vine the other night with them. We also did been doing the obsidian ore as always with them, so we'll see how well they did. Oh, and actually maybe some of the wild vine actually sold. That's good. 500 is actually more than I was expecting. 526,212 gold. And a big part of that is we sold 177 of the wild vine for 92,000 gold. And then 5 of the wild vine for 2,800. Obsidian bars, 1,200 of them for 68,000. Again, obsidian bars, 10 of them for, well, that's just 607 gold. Obsidian bars, once again, 314 of them for 20,000 gold. Then some of the, wow. Just the little like gem things you get from mining the obsidian ore, 18 of them for 1,200. Vault of Earth, of course, we get Vault of Earth and air from doing the obsidian mining, so 185 of the Vault of Earth for 2,000, and then 320 of the air for 8,500. I don't know how air comes from mining the obsidian, but you know, it is what it is. We'll take it. Anyway, obsidian bars, 499 of them for 35,000. Obsidian bars again, almost 1,600 of them for 82,000. Then we've got Vault of Earth, 216 for 27, and then Vault of Air again, 494 of them for over 11,000. Obsidian bars, 865 of them for almost 46,000 gold, and then Vault of Air, 179 of them for 4,000. Obsidian bars, again, 1,100 for 59,000 gold, almost 60. And then we have Vault of Air, 55 for almost 2,000. Obsidian bars, again, 1,200 for 65. And then 180 of them for over 10,000. And then just another stack of Vault of Earth, 240 of them, 41 of them for almost 2,000 gold. So yeah, I mean, this is one reason why, guys, I'm in no rush to get these groups leveled up. Yeah, it might be nice and might even bring more gold to actually, you know, go out and start farming stuff in BFA, trying to sell those, you know, mounts and stuff like that. But really, I'm in no rush because, I mean, you see the kind of gold I'm bringing in. with this obsidian. I think it's really nice, and it just gives me another reason to focus on getting it done, because normally I wouldn't, because I'd be bored out of my mind with mining and just not wanting to do it, and this kind of just gives me a double reason to actually go ahead and do it, because when I'm leveling, I'm getting a nice amount of gold each week from doing it. So that's kind of why I choose not to hurry up and just level my groups up, because I keep that in the back of my head when I'm doing it. It's like, hey, I'm getting experience and leveling, and I'm making a good amount of gold. So yeah, really nice, more than I expected, so that might help us out a lot actually. 526 212. Nice to see that wild vine actually sold before the clean out. But anyway, yep, we'll go ahead and take that out of here. Though having that group out there doing the wild vine farm, because like I was mentioning on stream the other night, now that I might actually just want to keep doing it, so it might take me away from the obsidian mining a little bit, or I might have to take one of the other teams. I mean, which would be okay, because it would be nice to get some experience on some of the other teams as well, to go ahead and get them some levels, because eventually I would like to get them all leveled up. But anyway, last for Warm Rest Accord until we switch over to Emerald Dream. Let's go ahead and take a look at their toys and pets and see how well they did. Oops, we got some expires in here. Let's clean that out. Alright. And they actually do still have reigns of Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpent. It's not moving for whatever reason, but 3 cells. Really good for only 3 cells. 64,000 gold. We sold a Bronze Whelpling for over 7,000. And then we sold 2 of the Azure Whelplings, which would be nice to get some of those sold, so we can actually go back out and do that farm. Because, you know, I love doing that farm, actually. Even though it might not be the most amount of Essence of Water, which the Essence of Water has been kind of low anyway right now, at about 70,000 gold, or 70 gold a piece, which is still just a good extra amount, which is still more than what it was before all the hype around it anyway. But it's just, you know, it's a nice farm out there doing those ice avatars, getting the Essence of Water, you know, chance for getting nice transmogs, and, you know, the pet. So love it where you can get 3 items all at one spot. And anyway, so yeah, Azure Whelpling sold 2 of them for over 28,000. So not bad at all. Definitely take that. Right. So we've got that entered in. Now we're ready to switch on over to our last round, which is Emerald Dream, and hopefully they will ensure that we get, you know, close to what we made last week. I'm not so certain we'll actually beat what we made last week. We might be close now with that clean out Warm Rest Accord. Might get close to what we made with materials, but still the other areas I'm afraid may be lacking. Alright guys, so here we are now on our final round, which is Emerald Dream, and just like before, we're going to do the same rotation. High value transmog up first. Let's see what we got. At least it's not 0. 20,900 gold. Only 1 sale, so not bad for just 1 sale. We sold the Vertigo Cloak for 20,000 gold. I'm not even sure where we picked that one up from. But we'll take it for only 1 item, 20,000 gold. Nowhere near as good as our 1 item before 2 weeks ago when we had 1 sale for 670,000 gold. But yeah, we need to get back out to that farm as well. Anyway, we'll go and clear that out. And let's swap on over to low value transmog and see what we got here. And we have 7 cells for 37,262 gold. Let's see, we sold the Surjaw Dagger for 11,000. Actually, I think that comes from that WOD farm too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I was like thinking that's like the blue dagger that drops off those mobs, but I'm not 100% on that. Schematic for power amplified goggles for 6,500. Buccaneer's vest again, sold one for almost 4,000. Alcore's Sunraiser for 7,000 gold. Another one of those old world usually get from like Solithus or some other farms like that. One of those cheaper epic drops. Over 7,600 gold for that. Quartz ring. So another ring. Is that the same one? Can't remember. Might be. Almost 7,000 gold. So not bad at all. Rings are selling this week. We'll take it. Yeah. So 37,262 gold. That's amazing. 2 rings in 1 week on different realms. So yeah, we'll clean that out. Let's go ahead and switch over to their materials, which again, they'll be just similar to what Thrall was. So a little bit lower than probably the other realms. But 86,428 gold. Actually, still higher than Thrall. Although usually they're like in the back end of the group. Sometimes I switch them around, but anyway, actually I think I split it kind of evenly this last time when we did Volatile Earth with them. Although that was like last week. It was mostly anyway. Yeah. They might have had some leftover stuff actually though. Let's go ahead and Ember Silk Cloth, 1,100 of those for 1,800. False Earth, 1,500 of them for 14,000. Let's see, we sold Vaults of Air, 188 of them for 3,500. Pyron Bars, 163 of them for 41. Then we have Vault of Water, 103 for 1,300. Vault of Earth again, 2,000 of them for 24,000. Elementine Bars, 552 of those for over 30,000, almost 31,000. Then Ember Silk Cloth for over 1,200, 1,800 for that. Essence of Undeath, so they actually did sell some of their essences, 18 of them for 1,700. Which would kind of make sense, I guess, because they post after Thrall, so maybe they like were in front of Thrall, and so they sold some of their essences. And it just, you know, they not enough of them sold to, you know, to get to where Thrall's post was. So anyway, 86,428 gold. We'll add that in up here. $428. Great. Clear that out. And then we'll swap on over to their Toys and Pets, our last bank alt for the week. And then we'll be able to see how well we did or didn't do. And you know, just really hopefully we're over 1 million. I think we will be. I just don't know if we'll, I think we'll possibly be under what we made last week. But anyway, 2 sales, not bad though. Almost 57,000 gold, 56,999. 2 Sprite Darter Hatchlings, and see, this is, you know, we saw another one sold like 2, and then we sold 1 on the other realm. So yeah, we sold like 5 Sprite Darters now, so we definitely need to get those restocked up. I think I do have Sprite Darters posted on the realms again still. I did have enough to cover that, but I do need to get them restocked. So I have backups, and I have them for if we sell any this week. So yeah, I like being prepared. That's why I hate that we didn't have any Reigns of the Defending Ruby Cloud Serpents other than on Warm Rest Accord to actually post, which none of them sold, unfortunately, for some reason. But yeah, 28,499 gold for both of those, so not a bad amount. Not like the 7,000 on, what was it, Thrall? Was it Thrall or Warm Rest Accord? One of those, we sold them really cheap. But anyway, 28,499 gold a piece for 56,999. So yeah, not bad. I remember though, we had 1 week right before we started doing that, you know, right when we first started doing that farm and getting them, and we were selling the Sprite Darters for like 100, almost 100,000 gold a piece. And now it's a shame they went down this low. But anyway, we will take it. Let's go and clear that out. And now it's time to go ahead and get our sheet back up here. All right, so you guys can see where I've added everything in, and let's go ahead and get our calculator up. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. Get the keyboard switched back over. So first up, we've got transmog with Primal. We've got 33,980 for their low value, 34,350, so 68,000 for transmog alone on Primal. We've got Thrall at 55,951, and then 45,724. So we're at 170,000 already with transmog alone, which is 2 realms. Then Emerald Dream at 37,262, and then 20,900. Almost getting to where we were last week, so it might not be as bad as I thought. 228, and then our sorry Thorian Brotherhood, unfortunately. But hey, it's a little, you know, adds a little something in there. All right, Warm Rest Accord 17,210, And then their high value transmog 59,992. And actually we did beat last week, so actually might be doing okay. I don't think materials is going to be where it was last week though. So yeah, and I'm not sure this is going to be enough to be, make up for where we're missing on materials. But we'll see. Anyway, 312, 139. Let's go and see how much we've made with transmog since we've came back. Now that's 7,636,637. Right. And then let's go and take a look at materials and see how we compare. 506 and then 74,909. See, I think last week we had a lot of realms over, like every realm. I thought for some reason, other than Thor and Brotherhood, was over 100,000 in materials. 271, 843, 38, 359. Oh, actually, now we're doing better than I thought we were doing. 836, 414. So yeah, I mean about 20,000 less, but still closer than I thought it was going to be. Really made up for it though with because we had like 400 some thousand, I think, with Warm Rest Accord last week, and that Wildvine sell coming at the last minute really helped out with the materials this week. Yeah, because we would probably only been at about 400,000 again this week with Warm Rest Accord if it wasn't for that. So yeah, then we've got 6901, 413, and that brings us to, we've made 7,737,827 gold with materials alone since we've come back. Then let's go and take a look at our, which definitely puts us over 1 million gold already. 800,000 and 300,000, so we're over, which is good. Let's go ahead and take a look at Toys and Pets. 44,047, 68,402, and then 56,999. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat last week's. We're close to it though. About 50,000 under. At 233,624. So definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be. If we would have had some Reigns of the Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpents on all the realms, I feel like we would have sold some. It's unfortunate that Warm Rest Accord had some and didn't sell any this week. But it's not to say that the other realms wouldn't have sold them, because they were selling pretty fast. And that definitely could have brought some more value to this group. And maybe we could have actually slightly even beat last week, maybe. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Like I said, maybe I'll try to, get to working on, maybe when I have some other things stocked up, and it's slower sales with the City and Ore or something else, I'll try to stock up some of those Reigns of the Thunder Ruby Cloud Serpents on some of the other realms. But then again, we have a whole nother group to work on now, so much, so much to try to get done. But anyway, 3,182,000. I just need to take a small vacation just to work on stuff. No. Anyway, 3,415,895 gold since we've come back. All right, and now time for the fun part. Actually seeing how we compare with last week by adding everything up. So we got 312,139 gold. For transmog, we've got 836,414 gold for materials, and then we have 233,624 for Toys and Pets. And yeah, we came in a little bit under, but hey, still good. I mean, we were having weeks there for a while where we were getting like 600,000, 500,000, and that was really hurting. And now it's like we've been over 1 million gold now 4 weeks in a row. So I will definitely take that. And even 2 weeks ago we were at almost 3 million gold. So yeah, I would love to see more of those. At least being over 2 million gold. But this is still a really good turn from that 600, 500,000. Sometimes maybe 700,000 gold we were seeing some weeks. This is being over 1 million gold is good enough for right now, and it's a decent amount over 1 million gold. So 1,382,177. All right, and then that will put us so far at being actually back on. Oops, what happened? So our calculator here. How did it? There we go. All right. Let's add in our total. See how much we've made since we came back. 17,378, 182. So that puts us at now. We've made 18,760,359 gold since we've come back to the game. It's really good. Of course, now we'll actually see how much we've made in profit since we've come back by subtracting our new token price, which is, yeah, that's a lot. Almost 14 million gold we've paid for tokens, which I haven't actually bought the tokens yet, but I priced it what they're at right now, which I'll end up buying them this week. So let's see here. That's going to put us at almost 5 million. We're almost back to the same amount of profit we were last week, before the increase on the token amount. Oops, 820, 359. But I mean, that still means we have all month long to build on this, which is good. And we definitely didn't start out last month with it being that high. So really good still. All right, let's go ahead and see what we've made as far as the realms go, minus materials. 33,980 plus 34,350 plus 44,047 for Proudmoore. A little bit under what they made last week. 112,377. And they made last week. They made 172,752. Let's see how much they've made since we've come back. It's 2,671, 325. So almost 2.8 million. 2,783,702 gold. Proudmoore loan, and then Thrall 55,951 and 45,724, and then 68,402. So higher than transmog this week, and of course higher than what they actually made last week. Almost, almost what Proudmoore made last week actually. 170,077 gold. And then, oops, I did not mean to erase that. And we'll add in how much they've made since they came out. I mean, they are getting close to Proudmoore. Of course, they had that really nice week 2 weeks ago, which helped them get caught up. But anyway, 2,482,827 gold. And then we've got Emerald Dream at 37,262. Oops. 262. 37,262. And then 20,900. It's not the best in transmog, but still better than Thorium Brotherhood, who's up next, which is going to be really easy to calculate. Anyway, 56,999. For a total of 115,161. Actually better than Proudmoore. Not by much, but still better than Proudmoore. Kind of surprising. And then, let's see, 1,961,800. That's going to put them over 2 million now since we've come back. So 2,076,961. So everybody's going to be over 2 million except for Thorium Brotherhood, unfortunately. Might as well put that 6,770 gold, which is all they've made this week, unfortunately. It's rough. It's not the least amount we've seen. Actually, I think Emerald Dream still holds the record for the smallest amount for the whole week, because they actually, I think, had like under 1,000 one week. It was really bad, really bad. They had like a few hundred or something. It was rough. But anyway. 1 million, oops, and 1,105,172, and that puts them at 1.1 million. Still, Thorium Brotherhood is, way behind everybody else. But you never know, could turn around one day. Like I said, I mean, they are a low pop realm though, but it could surprise us. I mean, they do have surprising sales some weeks. So yeah, let's go ahead. 15, or I did the high value transmog first. That's fine. 59,992, and then 17,210, and then 64,176. Puts them at 141,378. So that means that Thrall did the best this week, followed by Warmrest Accord, then Emerald Dream, then Proudmoore, then Dorian Brotherhood. Anyway, 2,364,436, and Warmrest Accord actually was doing quite well there at a time, and they actually had passed Proudmoore at one point, but then they had a few bad weeks and they've fallen behind again. But you know, they are slightly above Thrall now. Thrall is starting to catch up though. They have been having some good weeks, especially with transmog. I mean, especially 2 weeks ago. I mean, yeah. I mean, both Emerald Dream and Thrall really. And the funny thing is, they actually group up for farming, and they had like similar weeks. So, not sure if it's something I've farmed on. I mean, really, I don't think so. I mean, I think the other groups have been posting the same kind of stuff. But yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I farmed up some stuff. I know, well, Emerald Dream had the one big sell, the one big item from the WOD farm. And I have taken all the groups out there. But Thrall actually, it was like a whole bunch of decent sales for theirs when they actually had their big amount. So yeah. Anyway, though, not bad. Really happy to, like I said, be over 1 million gold, and this much above 1 million gold for the past 4 weeks. And yeah, definitely looking a lot better than that first month that we did, where we were like actually behind. You know, we were in the hole by like 450,000. The first week that first month that we did. I always want to say week when I mean month. But now we're almost 5 million profit at the start of the month, which is really good. Which means everything we make this week, if we can keep this stuff rolling with the obsidian selling and getting us that much with the materials, and you know, doing these other materials and getting some sales, which we do have some materials that still haven't sold with some of the farms I've been doing. I don't believe all the primal mana is sold that we farmed up, and some other things. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the clean out. If you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Sorry about no Cam, but like I said, Babypowder is a little under the weather. Cam will probably definitely be back next week. I do hope to actually, I know it's been like 2 weeks, haven't got the farm video out, but I will get, I do plan on getting something out this week. Either something on the new groups or another farm video. Probably another farm video. At least that's what I'm wanting to do this week, is get another farm video out. And then yeah, also come join us on stream. We'll be streaming a little bit later after I get the video edited here and ready to go. And yeah, as always, you can come over and join us on Twitch. Join me on some of these farms if you like. Of course, not the obsidian ore, because that's just me going around and mining. But yeah, some of these other ones that we do, like the primals and, you know, the Vault of Earth and stuff like that, the Wild Vine. That kind of thing. But anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful week to come. Hopefully you guys have had, you know, really good cleanouts as well, even better than mine. And we'll see you guys in the next video.